Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to explain you the lesson Attila, written by one of the greatest writer of Indian literature, R.K. Narayan. Not only that, he is among of those writers who get the credit of putting India on the global map as far as literature in English is concerned. So let's get started. First of all, let me tell you about our main character of the story, that is a dog named Attila, who is actually different from its appearance. It looks like, let's read from the lesson only how the dog looks like. So this is a story where a dog, Attila, unwittingly means unwillingly becomes a hero. So let's read the lesson and find out how he, or we can say it, becomes a hero unwillingly. Okay, so let's get started. Read a story about a friendly dog who unwittingly becomes a hero. The puppy did not have a very prepossessing appearance. So prepossessing basically means attractive appearance, and he wasn't too playful. But this did not prevent his owners from sitting in a circle around him and admiring him. They debated as to what he should be named. The youngest one suggested, why not call him Tiger? Every other street mongrel is named Tiger, came the reply. Why not Caesar? Caesar. If a census was taken of dogs, you would find at least 15,000 Caesars in South India alone. Why not Fire? It is fantastic. So, fantastic here particularly means it is strange. Fire name for the dog is strange. Why not Thunder? It is too obvious that this name is also strange. Then someone suggested Attila. So, Attila basically means a fierce warrior and king of the horse riding Huns who harassed the Roman Empire during the 5th century. So, this is a very popular name. And a shout of joy went up the skies. But as the time passed, our Attila showed a love of humanity which was sometimes upsetting. So, as they were discussing, the whole family was sitting in a circle. First of all, let me explain you the first paragraph properly. The puppy did not have a very prepossessing appearance. The puppy was not that much attractive, and he wasn't too playful. He was not that much playful as well. But this does not prevent his owners from sitting in a circle around him and admiring him. Though the puppy doesn't look cute, or we can say doesn't look that much beautiful, nice, but still the family admired him. They even debated about what they should call him. So the discussion was going on. First name was suggested was Tiger. Then the other member of the family said that every mongrel, that means every other street dog, is named Tiger. So there's nothing different about this name. Why not Caesar? So Caesar, if a census was taken, if you take the record and you take the statistics particularly of the dogs, they will find that only in South India alone there will be 15,000 Caesars. So it's a very common name. So Fire and Thunder was already mentioned that it is not good, it is a strange name. Now about Attila. From this paragraph we are going to know about Attila's personality. Then someone suggested Attila, and a shout of joy went up to the sky. So they liked the name Attila. But as the time passed, our Attila showed a love of humanity which was sometimes upsetting. So as to the appearance, though it looks scary or unfriendly, but Attila loved humanity. That means he loved humans and his behavior was very nice. He stood up 20 inches high and had a large frame and a forbidding appearance on the whole. So the look, he stood 20 inches high, it was a tall dog, and had a large frame and forbidding appearance. Forbidding basically means that an unfriendly appearance on the whole. So he has a large body, unfriendly appearance, but that was all. That was all about the dog's appearance. A variety of people entered the gates of the house every day. Mendicants are the people who live by asking for the money and food. Bill collectors, postmen, tradesmen, and family friends. All of them were warmly welcomed by Attila. So, as compared to his appearance, Attila was a very friendly dog. And how they got to know that Attila was a very friendly dog? By its behavior. The moment the gate clicked, he became alert, as all dogs do, and stood up looking towards the gate. By the time anyone entered the gate, Attila ran forward. But that was all. The person had only to stop and smile, and Attila would melt. So, this was the reaction of Attila looking at the strangers. He would behave as if he was sorry for even giving an idea of violence. So, as compared to his appearance, he was not at all an angry dog. He liked the strangers and always welcomed them with a warm gesture. He would lower his head, curve his body, tuck his tail between his legs, roll his eyes, and moan as if to say, "How sad that you should have mistaken my gesture. I hurried down only to greet you," till he was patted on the head, stroked, and told that he was forgiven. He would be in extreme misery. So this was the behavior of Attila towards the stranger, whoever comes to the house. What Attila usually do, just like a dog, whenever a dog likes a human, the behavior of the dog changes, and whenever a dog senses threat from a stranger, there is a different behavior, there is a different reaction. But if we talk about Attila used to behave same with the family members and with the strangers. Attila would lower his head to get patted and stroked, tuck his tail between his legs. These are the, we can say, gestures which dogs usually do when they show love towards the person. Okay. Gradually, he realized that his bouncing forward caused much unhappy misunderstanding. And so when he heard the gate click, he hardly stirred. Stirred means moved. He merely looked in the direction. He hardly looked towards the direction whoever person comes. So he was particularly not doing his duty towards the house. Why not change his name to a blind worm? Somebody asked. He eats like an elephant, said the mother of the family. You can employ 2 watchmen for the price of the rice and meat he eats. Somebody comes every morning and steals away all the flowers in the garden, and Attila won't do anything about it. So now, because of Attila's behavior, there were some consequences. One of the consequences were highlighted by the mother only, that he eats like an elephant, and being an active dog, he still doesn't care whoever comes to the house, behaves like a blind worm, and never watches or take its responsibility towards the house. Every day somebody steals a flask from the garden, and Attila won't do anything about it. He has better business to do than catch flower thieves, said the youngest one, the defender of the dog. So defender of the dog because he liked the dog so much, and he actually doesn't want anyone to talk against the behavior of the dog. What is the better business? Well, if somebody comes in at dawn and takes away the flowers, do you expect Attila to be looking out for him even at that hour? Why not? It's what well-fed dog ought to be doing instead of sleeping. You ought to be ashamed of your dog. He does not sleep all night, mother. I have often seen him going round the house and watching all night. So this is the reason that the youngest one was defending the dog. So what he is actually saying, that how can you expect that a dog do the night duty as well as he take care of the house in the during the daytime. So dawn basically means the daytime. He does not sleep all night, mother. I have often seen him going round the house. So he takes the rounds of the house and watching all night. He does not sleep watching all night, sorry. Really? Does he prowl about all night? So you really think that he goes around the house all night? He moves all night? Of course he does, said the defender, the youngest son. I am quite alarmed to hear it. So mother was quite alarmed here means she was shocked or surprised about to hear it. Please lock him up in a room at night, otherwise he may call a burglar and show him round. The behavior of the dog is so strange that mother was in doubt that he will call a burglar, he will call a thief and show him around the whole house. Left alone, a burglar might after all be less successful. It wouldn't be so sad if he at least barked. So here in the commenting tone, the mother is saying that the dog should bark at least so that they get to know about the whatever strange happens at night. The defender was extremely irritated at this. He was very angry about the sarcasm what mother has given. He thought it to be the most unkind view. So he was not liking the view the mother was saying everything about Attila. Ranga. Now here till here we got to know everything about Attila and what was happening in the house. Ranga lived in a hut 3 miles from the town. He was a gang coolie, often employed in road mending. Occasionally at nights, he enjoyed the thrill and profit of breaking into houses. At 1 o'clock that night, Ranga removed the bars of a window of the house and slipped in. He edged along the wall, searched all the trunks and almirahs in the house, and made a neat bundle of the jewelry and other valuables he could pick. So now this was the incident happened in the house. There was a gang coolie, there was a person named Ranga who lived in a hut 3 miles away from the town. He usually works in road mending. He was employed over there, but he likes, or we can say he enjoyed the thrill of and profit of breaking into houses. So indirectly he was a thief. So this thing happened in their house at 1 o'clock. Ranga came and removed the bars of the window and he stole the jewelry and other valuables from the house where Attila lived. Rest we are going to do. I'm going to explain rest of the lesson in the next video. Let me know in the comment section that you have understood the lesson well, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day.